Hi everyone. In this tutorial, I'll explain how to use AND function in Excel. AND is a Boolean function and its arguments are Boolean values and it returns a Boolean value. So Boolean value means it's a true or false. So AND operator will have different logical comparison statements. So here I have a logical AND operation. So you can have a number of arguments for the AND operator. All are going to return Boolean values, that is true or false. And if all the arguments are true in the AND function, then this AND operator also returns value true. So here I am checking three conditions. C3 greater than, C3 is this cell. C3 greater than or equal to 35. So that is this cell greater than or equal to 35. And also D3 greater than or equal to 35. D3 is this cell for physics marks for the first student. D3 greater than or equal to 35. And E3, that is chemistry marks for the first student. E3 greater than or equal to 35. So each one, if it is true, that is C3 greater than or equal to 35 and D3 greater than or equal to 35 and E3 greater than or equal to 35, all the three marks are greater than or equal to 35, then AND function will return a value true. If one of them is less than 35, that will give a false, or all are false or two are false, it will return false value. So I'll show you the AND operation here. I'll copy this. Here I'll type equal to that equation. I'll type that is AND C3 greater than 35, D3 greater than or equal to 35 and E3 greater than or equal to 35. So if all of them are greater than or equal to 35, it will give true. In this case, all the three values are greater than 35. So it will return true. So this is true. Now I'll apply the formula to the entire column by double clicking on this fill handle. So I'll double click on the fill handle. It will apply the formula to the entire column. So certain cases you are getting false. You can see here it's false because there are two values less than 35. And here also it's false. So one value is less than 35. Here it's false. All the three values are less than 35. Rest of the cases it's true. So that means all are greater than or equal to 35. So this is AND function in Excel. It's a Boolean function. It takes Boolean values and output is also a Boolean value, that is true or false. But getting true or false, it's not going to be useful for us. It doesn't give meaningful representation for our data. So if you want to show that the student who has scored all the three subjects greater than or equal to 35, then the student has passed. One student who scores 35 or more than 35 in all the three subjects, you can say that he has passed. So to put that condition, you can use a if statement. You can use the AND function within the if statement. So if and you can use, and all the three comparisons you can put. So and C3 greater than or equal to 35, D3 greater than or equal to 35, and E3 greater than or equal to 35. So if all the three are greater than equal to 35, it will return true. If it is true, if function, if this statement is, or if this function returns true, then you want to get the output as pass. If it is false, you will get the output as fail. So this is what I am going to apply in this cell. If and function, and function I'll use within the if. So and function will return true if all the three conditions are true. So I'm putting three conditions here. There is maths, physics, chemistry marks. All the three marks are greater than or equal to 35. Then this AND function is going to return true. If it is true, if function, within if function, if this function is true, it will give a message pass. Otherwise, it will give a message fail. Okay. Now I'll copy this formula. Instead of typing it there, I'll copy it and then type equal to that formula I'll paste. So this is a formula which I have put there. If equal to if and C3 greater than or equal to 35, D3 greater than or equal to 35, and E3 greater than or equal to 35. If it's true, then pass. Otherwise, fail. I'll press enter. So you are getting this as pass. This column I used only to demonstrate the AND operation. So we can directly present the result in the form of pass or fail. So I have used the marks in the first row, I analyzed and got the result as pass. Now I can apply this formula to the entire column by double clicking on the fill handle. Double click on the fill handle, so you'll get the result for all the students. Now this student has failed because he has not scored passing marks in two subjects. So here again this has failed because on physics he could not score 35, so he has failed. So to distinguish pass and fail, you can select this column and go for conditional formatting, then highlight cell rules, text that contains fail, text that contain fail, light red. Here you can change that color if you want. It is okay for me. The light red is okay for me. So I'll click OK. So I'm getting that all these failed students highlighted. So if you want to highlight the pass students by a different color, you can go for conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, text that contains pass as different color you should use, the green fill with. Okay, so now I'm clearly able to identify who has passed and who has failed in that examination. So this is how you use AND operation in Excel. Thank you for watching.